Superman is an incredibly well-known, iconic figure, and I think my challenge was to try to figure out, to a certain extent, he's kind of cinematically frozen in amber. I mean, a lot of people think of Superman, they think of the Donner films. It's been, I don't know, 37 years since the first Donner film came out. It's been a long time, and the world has moved on. I love those movies, and my goal was to figure out a way, if I could recontextualize him, perhaps, and figure out a way to make him relatable. And I thought, if I can find, and even though he's inhuman and he's an alien, if I can find a way that to humanize him, then hopefully I will have done my job and people will care about him. He's a tough character because he's invulnerable. You have to give him emotional vulnerabilities, and hopefully that way he can become more accessible to the audience.
Did you find that your extensive knowledge of comic book lore and the history of the character, did that really help you in sort of the writing process?
It did help, although writing Batman, even Da Vinci, Superman, I mean, yes, I would go to the comic books, but I also, I call from a lot of sources that don't have anything to do with comic books. You know, I read a lot of mythic poems and verses for Superman, Beowulf and Gilgamesh and hero legends and things like that, not just comic books.
What have you read, what Grant Morrison, what artists or writers have you read that you really liked of the Superman mythology of the comic books?
I've read everything I can get my hands on, from Red Sun to New Krypton Saga to Doomsday, Superman Returns, Death of Superman, all of it. Anything I can get my hands on, I've read.
When you were on the set for the first time and saw him in the suit for the first time, I mean, what was your impression?
I was like, holy crap, that's Superman. I mean, I tell my kids, my sons, you know, I work with Superman and Batman. We went and visited the set one day. My 6-year-old, I timed it so that Henry was in the suit, you know, when we showed up. And it's like, wow, you do work with Superman. So I got a lot of cred with my kids.
What can you tell me about playing General Zod, about your General Zod that's maybe different than, you know, ones we've seen in film or even in comic books before?
Damn, I don't know. I mean, I'm no Terrence Stamp. I mean, that goes without saying. I don't have the same accent he had. But I just approached it, to me the key way into the character was I'm playing a general. So what is a general? I didn't think, oh, I'm playing the villain or the bad guy or the killer or whatever. It's like, I'm a general, you know. And a general is, there are a lot of generals that you can study and try and figure out, you know, what that experience is like. Because a general actually, in theory, is not an evil person. You know, we have lots of generals here in the United States. They're capable of great violence and destruction, but it's usually in the name of their patriotic cause. And Zod is a patriot just the same way as General Patton was a patriot, you know. And that was kind of the way I looked at it.
The choice to not include Lex Luthor in the first film, what was that choice for you?
I don't think anyone's ever confirmed that we haven't included him.
You're ready. You know Superman inside and out.
Do I know him inside and out? I think it's probably impossible to know that man inside and out, but definitely going to give it a shot.